it's not just forcing a woman to have a child she doesn't want, but it can be forcing a woman to stay in a certain economic bracket. It reduces her earning potential. It says you no longer get to make choices for yourself. And it is a way of oppressing women so much farther beyond just saying you need to have a baby that you don't want to have. Yeah, so a moment of silence as we prepare to take in this information.
Okay.
But more abortion restrictions have been enacted across the United States this year than in any other previous year. Sad.
Why?
So I'll tell you why in a second.
Okay.
State legislatures have passed at least 90 laws restricting the procedure in 2021 so far, according to a new report released this month from the Guttmacher Institute. The previous record was set in 2011 when states passed 89 abortion restrictions over the course of the entire year. So we are halfway through 2021 and we are already above the highest number from a decade ago.
That's really scary.
It is really scary. What is happening? Why is this happening?
Yeah.
The reason experts believe we're seeing such a strong shift and change in kind of pushing these laws through is because conservative lawmakers feel emboldened by the 6-3 majority conservatives on the Supreme Court.
Oh.
So they're sort of driving this wave of extraordinary anti-abortion policies because they feel like they have some support in the Supreme Court.
This was all part of the plan, the Trump plan.
Yeah, and I mean, the thing is, I don't think that guy's anti-abortion. I think he's very pro-abortion. I'm fairly certain he's paid for many an abortion in his life.
Yeah.
But I don't think he really cared. I think I don't think when he appointed conservative justices, he was like abortion. But I think that this is an unintended consequence that the right is eating up and taking advantage of.
Well, I think it's that he was catering to his audience of conservative.
Yeah, but I don't think because of abortion. I think he was just catering to that audience.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So I hate him. I can't believe I'm even giving him this bone, but like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Elizabeth, so stupid. Sorry.
Elizabeth Nash, who's a co-author of the report and a principal policy associate at the Institute, says abortion rights are at stake. We're really trying to bring attention to the fact that state legislatures are moving very quickly on abortion bans and restrictions. So we've talked about this before on the podcast. Heartbeat bills that seek to outlaw abortion the moment the fetal heartbeat has been detected have been introduced in a handful of states. So you'll recall we talked about Texas passing one of these laws, but something I just learned when I was reading this article is that Texas has an addendum to this law that's even more concerning and extreme. Basically, under this new Texas law, individuals may be allowed to sue anyone who they believe might have helped a pregnant person violate the abortion ban. So if I know that you got an abortion outside of Texas or in Texas, I could sue you and I could sue related parties. And lawmakers are saying that this is actually a really clever way to do this because what it's doing is putting the onus on citizens to enforce this ban. So it's a civil penalty that is a lot easier to enforce this way. So it's really, really scary, and it's turning people against each other. So this is also just a reminder that the Supreme Court is preparing to hear a case that will put a long-standing legal precedent upholding abortion rights to the test. When Roe v. Wade was passed, it basically stated that women had the right to an abortion before a fetal viability. So when it's unable to survive outside the womb, you can abort it. And that's usually about 24 weeks. But they're seeing this case from Mississippi that is trying to ban abortions after 15 weeks, which would be unconstitutional.
Yeah.
A lot of experts are saying that the Supreme Court even taking this case is really scary and a sign that there is a lot of wiggle room. And if they, say that this law can pass, then a lot of other states are going to follow suit, and it's going to totally undermine Roe v. Wade and abortion rights.
And open the floodgates. And that would create like a civil war.
Yeah, it's a war on women's rights.
Yeah.
So very scary. We will keep updated on it. But reminder, get your birth control.
Yeah, it's just birth control is also like, there was this study and nobody should be alarmed, but it said that more studies need to be done to see if birth control, hormonal birth control, really does lead to glaucoma in women, blindness. So it's just, we need
The
birth
chances of
control
that
for
are very,
men.
very small. So let's,
Yeah, so
I definitely don't want to fear
no. But I think that with abortion rights being attacked,
questioned and attacked,
birth control scientists need to step it up and.
Oh, definitely. Well, and it's also just because restricting a woman's right to abortion is not just saying, it's not just forcing a woman to have a child she doesn't want, but it can be forcing a woman to stay in a certain economic bracket.
Mm-hmm.
It reduces her earning potential.
Mm-hmm.
It says you no longer get to make choices for yourself. And it is a way of oppressing women so much farther beyond just saying you need to have a baby that you don't want to have.
It's almost ending her life. It's pushing her out of the life she had and into one that she
doesn't
didn't
want and shouldn't have to have.
And perhaps links her to the person who got her pregnant or them. Men can get pregnant too. Trans men, I mean. So yeah, we're anti-abortion.
Yes.
Like the anti-social club. Okay. I think you're going to get a kick out of this study. It has you all over it.
I'm excited.
Okay.